But yeah, so Trump is Pope. Yeah, I'm sure that set some people's hair on fire.
It's not going to go over well.
Sure, that set some people's hair on fire.
Of course, the Cardinals who are gonna make a new pope. We didn't talk about that. We'll talk about that next week. I've got a story about how I learned about how the pope is selected. But anyway, the Cardinals that are picking their new pope, I think starting tomorrow.
Is it
we're
tomorrow?
Not real pleased with the Trump.
Oh, they didn't
Trump
like
is
it.
The Pope picture.
So are you allowed to nominate yourself for
I don't know.
Pope, or is that you're not allowed to do that? I don't think you probably are.
It doesn't look real good if you do that, but I don't know if there's a rule about it.
That's probably one of those like read the room. Probably shouldn't. Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of the Text Him podcast. I've got Clay with me. My name is Keith. Clay, thanks for joining me yet again today, and sorry for making you wait for an hour for me to get in here.
20 minutes late.
It's just rude, man.
That's
more than 20 minutes. I mean, it's like I'm close to an hour late.
Yeah, that's right.
Jeez, what? Like that was just really rude. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
it in front of you and all 5 people, I apologize. I'm not afraid to do a public apology. So. Okay, so first thing today, you started to mention it before we got on. We're going to talk about it first. This 100 men versus a gorilla. Like, I have intentionally avoided anything about this because, like, I'm just like, why are we talking about this? Like, why? Like, what is wrong with our society that this is what we're talking about right now?
I know,
but
to me, it's an unanswerable question. There's too many variables.
It's too many variables. So, okay, like I'm going to actually think about this for the first time ever. You're going to see this live for everybody who is watching this. Sorry. So I'm assuming we're talking about a male silverback, like alpha gorilla. I'm assuming we're not talking about a baby, right?
No,
let's just make some assumptions here.
Right.
And then we're talking about like 100 average grown men.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you could sit here and ask questions for forever. Are we talking about 100 average men? Are we talking about 100 linebackers? What are we talking about?
Right. So I'm going to go into this assuming it's just 100 average people, you and me, right?
Okay.
Not exactly physical specimens, older, right? Like have some aches and pains when you wake up in the morning. So it's not like we're exactly like young and spry. I mean, I think you can take the gorilla. I think people are going to die. Like you don't want to be that first guy. You're going to lose several people, but it depends on the attack strategy. But I think if everybody goes at the same time from all directions, it's a physical overwhelming because of numbers, and you just like everybody just lays on top and you kill it.
Okay, that's your answer.
And
I'm fine with that.
That would be my strategy. If I was in charge, that would be my strategy. I would be the last guy to get on, to be very clear. I don't want to be that first guy.
You want to be the general?
Yeah. First guy's going to die. I mean, several guys are going to die because that thing is going to kill everybody. But just sheer number, 100 versus 1, like you can confuse it. A lot of confusion, a lot of different attacks, a lot of, poking in the eyes. And, I assume if you kick him in the crotch, it's going to hurt like it hurts you and me. I don't know. That's what we're going for, though. And like you just physically just get on top of it, overwhelm it, lay down, and it can't lift up 100 people would be my guess. I don't know.
Okay.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, how pissed off is this gorilla to begin with?
Well, I'm assuming it's extremely pissed off because there's 100 people coming out.
Right.
After.
I'm not sure. But again, I think it's I just think it's an unanswerable question.
Yeah, I mean, because you're right. There are so many variables, but the fact that we get hooked on these weird things on social media is really strange to me. Because like the one a couple years ago was like men think about Roman times like 3 times a day or some stupid crap like that. Like I actually had friends tell me, "Oh no, I think about like ancient Rome all the time." I'm like, why?
I don't know.
Like I don't ever think about I don't think about it unless I'm thinking about Gladiator, like the movie, right? Yeah. Which, by the way, did you see the second one? I heard people complain about it. I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was fine. I I wondered and still wonder how they got the sharks transported across the desert to be in the water world to fight whatever that was. I thought
allegedly
it was fine.
that was like historically accurate. Allegedly, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to search that up. We'll ask Chat GPT. Chad. We're gonna ask him because Google.
I thought it was fine. The first one was way better.
Well, the first one, it was like the very first thing. So it's like, ta-da, like this is new, this is fantastic. But I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, I
thought it was cool the way they tied the two stories together.
Yes, I thought that was fantastic.
The kid was the kid.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. But yeah, no, I have never. Other than that, I just don't think about ancient Rome.
Me either.
It's very strange. But yeah, like the things that go viral on social media is very interesting. So there's
funny.
So you remember MythBusters?
Yeah, the show.
The show where they would like try
Channel,
they would try to like bust a myth, like these movies where like people are underwater and they're getting shot and they die. Like they prove that you can shoot a 50 caliber rifle in it just disintegrates. The water disintegrates the bullet. So like if you're 3 feet down, you don't get killed at all. Like you don't even get hit. Somebody will do something like that with like the physics of 100 people versus 100 average Joes versus one gorilla, and they're going to tell us who would win. Like I have give them another day or so, and that will be online somewhere. Somebody declaring that they've done the science.
They've done
the science.
Okay,
that science says whatever the men are going to win over the gorilla. Who knows what's right? But yeah, it's just like social media is interesting to me. There's a lot of you can waste a lot of time on social media or just watching our podcast. I mean, pick your poison.
True.
Where do you want to waste your time? Right, first world problems for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't want to talk about Tennessee baseball. It's not going well.
Gosh, I'm sorry, man. It started out. It was kind of funny.
I don't want to talk about it. It's not good. Like our best pitcher is now getting suspended. Like, I don't know
for
what happened. He had a confrontation. He tagged someone out at the plate against Auburn, right? Like there was a rundown or something like that, and he was the one that tagged the person out.
Okay.
The two of them said something to each other. Got in a little kerfuffle. Didn't see, like, again, I just watched it with no audio, no nothing, and watched it one time, and I was like, well, that doesn't seem like even worthy of getting ejected, let alone like a several game suspension. So
really,
yeah, like I was like, about that. But again, I don't know what was said. I don't know. Like I'm not pretending like I looked into it. It's not going well. Wheels are coming off a little bit.
Yeah, but it seems like it.
It's okay. We're still gonna make it to the postseason. And then you either show up or you don't. And if you don't win. Like that's just the reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the first time since 2016, the Cubs are doing well. So my professional baseball team's doing well. So that's fun to watch. I have no expectations though. I've just been let down for 43 years. I've been let down.
Do you watch Cubs games? Mm-hmm. I mean, like it's games on at 7. We're sitting down, we're watching Cubs games.
We won't likely watch the entire thing, but if we are available, we will turn it on for a while.
Okay.
Right. Like my daughter doesn't like to watch it. Graham, Deanna, and we like to watch it. He's for some reason he's declared that he's a bigger Braves fan because of his grandmother and his great grandfather, which pisses me off. To be clear,
did?
Yeah, yes, because they took him to a game and they bought him all sorts of gears. I'm like, so we can actually just buy your loyalty. Like that's the type of person you are. That's who you are, is I can just buy your loyalty. So I'm just going to go buy you a bunch of Cubs gear. I said, but no, I'm not. Because if you aren't behind them, get out. You are not welcome here. Get out of the house. I would like to say that, but I can't. Legally, I think I'm not allowed to do that.
No.
But yeah, so he's a Braves fan. He likes the Cubs too. He says they're his second favorite team. But my guess is the Braves are going to suck this year. The Cubs are going to do better, and we'll be able to pull him back over from the dark side. So, but yeah, we'll watch quite a bit of Cubs. Yeah, and we just like watching sports, man. We're a sports family for sure. But yeah. So what else? What else you got going on? Like my week has just been absolutely insane. So I don't even know which way's up right now. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, it's been crazy.
We did. We went to College Station last weekend and watched.
I didn't even know how they did. Like, did they do well?
They won. They did a doubleheader on Saturday because the weather. Golly, they got the trailer park got trashed again by bad weather. But anyway, they turned it into a doubleheader on Saturday. They won the first one, lost the second one, won the third one on Sunday. They did good. They did good. They did sweep them, but
2 out of 3 is, I mean, you can't complain, right?
You got,
especially how they started the season. Can't complain.
I got to see my favorite niece, Beth, who is maybe listening to this.
She's your favorite, so her sister's
I didn't
not.
mean that.
Oh,
they're both my favorites.
Wow.
But Beth, Sarah Kate didn't go.
So Sarah Kate is your second favorite, is what I heard.
No,
I bet you don't get another.
They flip flop.
Uncle.
They know that they flip flop. They know.
I got you.
Do.
I got you. So
but anyway, Beth possibly is listening to this, flying across the ocean, going to Scotland.
Wow, nice.
Next week, and
nice,
and then meeting Jamie in London the following week.
So what are we going to Scotland and London for? Just fun?
That's what they're going to London for. Beth is doing some sort of study abroad thing. It gets her to Scotland, and then her and Jamie hatch this plan of want to hang out in London for a week. Jamie said, "Heck yeah, dude!
Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up." That's funny.
Clay ain't going to London anytime soon.
Why aren't you going to London? You don't like England?
I don't have any reason to go to London.
You don't like the motherland?
I have no reason to go to London.
Okay. Interesting. So, okay, let's talk about travel. Like, is there like a list of places you have no reason to visit, and there's a list of places you have a reason to visit? Okay, so what's on the list of no reason to visit?
Anything in a Middle Eastern desert, I don't have any use for.
Okay, so you wouldn't want to go to Dubai and like just see how awesome it is?
I would, if I have to go somewhere, yes, I would like to see Dubai.
Okay, that's fair.
But that's it. I don't need to go anywhere. I don't want to. I don't need to see it.
Okay. What else are you not seeing?
I would like to go to Australia.
Okay, but we just don't like Europe in general?
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't know. Spain's probably cool. Portugal. Okay. I would like to see those. The Alps, of course, I'd love to see the Alps.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't need a desert. I don't need a beach.
Gotcha. So, like most of the world.
Yeah.
Like where everybody else wants to travel, you're saying no. So you're just like an old, like grumpy old man already? Is that what we got going on?
I've got a beach here that I
don't
have no use for.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of sand. It's very unfortunate. I don't like it. I like the salt water. Don't like the sand. For sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
kind of.
What about like Africa? Like big game safari?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. There we go. Interesting. So England. I would go to England. I mean, it's not like high on my bucket list of places to go by stretching imagination, but I would go.
What I think is funny is Prince Harry, whatever his name is, at some point said, "You know what? I don't need to do this. I'm out of here."
He's like, "I'm out."
It's hilarious.
Deuces. Good luck. I'm
out. Good luck. Crazy people.
Yeah, no joke. So, like, to me, going to England would be cool just for the history. Because, like, there's nothing in the U.S. that's anywhere near as old as the stuff that's over there, right? Because we're just not as old. Like, you see old stuff here, and that's, like, new compared to what they have over in Europe. So to me, going to Europe would be very much about like seeing the history of things. Allegedly, most people in Europe don't like Americans. I can't help the fact that I was born here, just like they can't help the fact that they were born there. I won't hold it against them. I guess they're welcome to hold it against me. But I think it'd be cool to go to some of Europe, not all of Europe. But I think it'd be cool just again to see the history. There's a lot of history in Africa as well. I mean, it's not as well known. I have a picture. Did I tell you about the picture of like the cave drawings I saw in a cave in Zimbabwe, formerly known as Rhodesia? Like you're literally just driving on this highway going to Botswana. There's nothing. Like there's trees, but they're trees kind of like what we have, like mesquite trees. Like they don't get big, right? They're not like East Tennessee, like oak trees, really big trees. Like, you know, and the further you get towards Botswana, the closer you're getting towards desert. So the trees get shorter and shorter, less and less, right? And all of a sudden there's just like this huge rock formation over here, like in the middle of nowhere, just hanging out. And you can just pull off, drive right up to it, and go inside a cave. And there's like all these cave drawings on the inside of it, like ancient cave drawings. Really, I was like, dang, who knew? Who knew? But it is really cool, cool experience over there. I would love to go back to Africa though. Like that was fantastic.
When were you there last?
2011, 2012, 2011. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. People are so nice in all the countries I visited. South Africa probably felt the least safe, just not because of anything I saw, but just because of like knowing how unsafe it is historically. Murder capital of the world for a long time. But I would love to go back.
Maybe I don't want to go there.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I wouldn't like South Africa itself is pretty dicey, but like Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, stuff like that, those are pretty safe. But the people were really nice there. I'm talking about sub-Saharan Africa. I've never really done anything above the Sahara. But Asia as well. I would love to go to lots of different countries in Asia. Lots.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Japan was fun. Thailand was pretty amazing. The people there were amazing. I would love to go to the Philippines and meet May, who's going to edit this for us.
Hi, May.
Meet May, meet Joanne, meet Althea. I would like to. Malaysia is supposed to be just unbelievable. It's supposed to be unbelievable. Kuala Lumpur. But yeah, you should get out and travel some more. You should do that.
Okay, well, I'm not going to London next week with Jamie.
To be clear. Speaking of Jamie, yeah. It was brought to my attention by Jamie last week that the Kentucky flag idea was not all your idea, as though it was presented to me as if it was your idea. So
it was go ahead.
I just want to say that I feel like I was misled in believing that it was fully your idea and fully your execution to troll me, when in fact the brains behind it it was Jamie.
So
it's just a reality.
My idea was I was going to get a poster board because I didn't have time. I don't ever think about how quickly Amazon can do things.
Lazy.
No.
Lazy.
I was just going to get a poster board and hang it up and write Tucky on it. And then
which would have been funny. Then, like, to be clear.
I said, man, I wish I had some sort of I wish I had some gear. And all of a sudden
Jamie goes, hey, says, there's this thing that they just invented.
It does like called Amazon. We can have you some Amazon gear tomorrow. Right. So we did.
Yes. No, that was troll move. Like, that was Trump level type trolling. Like, so, I mean, I was impressed. Yeah, I was very impressed. So well done, but I'm going to give Jamie 50% credit on that.
Okay, that's fine.
So, I mean, I just want it to be set again in front of you and our 5 listeners, including Jamie. If she listens to this, it'll be 6. So we might tell her she should listen to this episode. Good job, Jamie. Not good job, Clay, because I just don't like you as much as I like her. Sorry.
It's fine.
So I'm not telling you good job. Oh, Lord. It was funny, though. I was like, good gosh, that's just Trump troll level right there. Like troll level 1000.
It's pretty good. Speaking of Trump, did you see I wonder how this went down. He did the graduation speech at Alabama. Did you see that?
I did not. I know nothing of what you speak.
Really? Okay.
Nothing.
He did. I think it was Friday night at Alabama's graduation in Tuscaloosa. Trump's giving the commencement speech.
Okay.
I thought that was awesome. But I also wondered, do you think they paid him?
No.
You think
No.
they said, hey, you want to come? I'm on my way. Is that how it went? Heck yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. Yes. Because this is just like
Awesome.
a big rally for him, right? Like,
Of
yes, I
course.
fully believe that he just said, yeah, I'm
sure.
away. And then somebody somewhere is going to go, hey, he emitted this much carbon. He killed this many trees.
Oh,
It cost this much money, and he should not have done it.
There were some protesters outside that were mad. There was
15?
like, I don't know, 15 of them.
Yeah.
We're
exactly.
mad.
This
We're
is
mad.
Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is Alabama, folks. Like, know your audience. So I saw something recently that there were some protesters protesting. What? Oh gosh, I gotta go back and figure out what this was. And the guy, like some guy with a camera and a microphone, walks up to him and is like, "Hey, so yeah, I'm out here protesting with you this morning. I'm glad that we're out here. What are we protesting?" And he goes like this, and they said what they're protesting. He goes, "Okay, so why are we protesting it?" And they were like, "Well, I mean, you know why? Like, you know why we're here." And he's like, "Actually, I'm a little bit confused. Like, I'm upset too, but can you, like, I can't put it into words really well. Can you?" And like, they couldn't. I was like, "Oh my, how embarrassing!" It doesn't matter if you're right wing, left wing, no wing. If you don't know where you're protesting, why are you out there protesting?
Where do you, if you want to go to a protest, is there a website? What do?
Well, I don't know.
How do they?
If I wanted to protest, I would show up and protest. But the thing is I have this thing called work and family. And those two things typically get in the way of me protesting. And I'm not saying I would never protest because I don't want to say always never. I've learned not to say that in my life. But it's likely that I am too busy to protest whatever it is that you are doing, or I just don't care enough to protest because I think whatever you're doing is terrible. I think you're an idiot. I think it's stupid, but is not worthy of my time and effort to come out and tell you that I think you're dumb, stupid idiot. Whatever it is. Again, it doesn't have to be politics. It can be personal. It can be whatever it is. Like, and the other thing is like, if I'm going to protest, what do I hope to get out of this? Is this just a moral high ground I'm trying to take? Is this because I think it's the end of our society as a whole? And like, I think that we should do this. Is it something biblical? Like, that's probably the only thing I would probably go protest for, if I'm being honest, is something to do with like beliefs, my beliefs. Again, not saying that I will, but it'd probably be the only thing I would. But yeah, like, I have to be able to hopefully change someone's opinion, or otherwise it's probably not worth a whole lot.
I agree.
So, I don't know. I mean, I think protests back in the day, like, let's go way back, civil rights movement. I think those were probably very beneficial when they happened. I think we overuse protests now.
Right. It's absolutely right.
And they lose their value.
Anything. Yes.
Right. Like you know what?
What are we mad about this weekend?
You know what? I'm going to protest.
Where can we go find other people that are mad about
that are equally as mad, or equally as like willing to go out there and stand out there and act like they're mad?
It's going to be hot. I may not want to go.
Yeah. I'm not protesting in South Texas. not until like December.
I'm not that mad.
I'm not that mad. I'm not that. Is there air conditioning? No, I'm not protesting.
Okay, I'm not doing
it.
It's
not inside. Can't do that. Sorry, I'm out. Yeah, no, like, I think I could protest school, like how we're educating our kids, but no, probably not. Like, again, I talk about it a lot on here. I could send an email. I could have Chad write an email to protest what we're teaching kids in school.
Okay.
Because the reality is I don't think I can actually change anything. Because
let Chad waste his time, not you.
Yeah, and he can sound like a lawyer. I can't.
Right.
And tell me to write like a lawyer with 25 years of experience in, some sort of school law. Here we go. Write that bad boy. But yeah, because this is like a state level thing, right? Like, the local people just do what they have to do. It's not their fault. Like, they're following the guidelines to get their funding.
Right.
So yeah, that's, I don't blame them. I mean, I do blame them for the whole Bluff Bucks thing, but whatever. By the way,
Graham should protest.
By the way,
Graham, let's do it. Let's me and you and Graham go protest Flower Bluff Bucks.
Yeah.
When? Sometime. Last day of school.
Well,
Let's
last day
go
of school,
protest.
just protests, have signs out there. It's gonna be hot. Like, I don't know about that,
Okay, never
bro. Because
mind.
there's
It's
not
gonna
a
be
whole lot
hot.
of trees, and I don't know about that.
Maybe next fall. Maybe
Next fall, like first day.
November.
No, they'd be too. Like,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
still
let's do
gonna
it
be
for
hot.
Christmas break.
It's gonna be hot. There you go.
Christmas break, like the last day
Perfect.
before Christmas break. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, we got that. We'll write that down. I'll make a note of that. That said, Graham has this entire bag of Bluff bucks that he got from selling all that stuff. Like, then I was like, what are you doing with that? He goes, I'm just going to give it to some third grader. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, I don't think they're going to let me go back to the Bluff store before the end of school, and these shouldn't go to waste. So I'm just going to give them some third grade that can use them next year, because Flower Bluff, the way it works is like, and I don't know the names of the school, but first and second are in one physical building, third and fourth, fifth and sixth, seventh and eighth, and then ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th are all together. So his thing is, I'm moving to this another school next year. I don't get to use Bluff bucks anymore. So I'm just going to give it to some third grader that's going to be here next year, and they can use them at the Bluff store. I was like, well, there you go. That's nice of you. Like,
pretty
I
cool.
appreciate that. Yeah. Again, he's way nicer than I am. He gets it from his mother.
I guess Bluff bucks don't expire.
That they do. They apparently have no expiration. So somebody's going to inherit several hundreds of dollars of Bluff bucks that were illegally gained. So, does that make them guilty by association? Do you think they can take them down?
It's like stolen property.
Kind of. So, but do you think they have like serial numbers?
Gun. Maybe
like serial numbers, and like those are marked. So when they come in, they're gonna be like, "Aha, busted." Yeah, that might be it.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you for these to turn up. These are illegally obtained Bluff bucks. You are going to in-school suspension. Lord. But yeah, no, I was proud of him. I was like, that's a good idea. So no, I'll tell him that that Mr. Clay is going to show up the last day of school before Christmas break to protest with him outside
Bluff bucks. Heck
the Bluff bucks. I will be inside my truck and I will videotape you guys.
Fine.
I think that's fair.
We'll make up a chant. We've got a long time.
You got a long time
to make up what our chant's going to be.
And see, I'm so lazy. I would just have Chad make up the chant too. He'd come up with something good, right? So yeah, and I mean, you guys can.
Hero Jamie comes up with the chant.
That's appropriate. My hero. That's appropriate. I think that's good. Yeah, maybe my hero Jamie can come up with it. Maybe she can make a sign that'll look better than your Tucky sign would have looked. Because let's be clear, no one would have been able to read it anyway. I've been like, what is that? What does that say? And you've been like, it says Tucky. You get it? It says Tucky. And I've been like, what? Because I would have still been trying to read it. I wouldn't have been paying attention to you like normal. And then the joke would have fallen all apart, and it wouldn't have been funny. So it's a good thing Jamie got involved. Is all I'm saying.
No,
Tucky.
They kind of slid this weekend too.
Yeah, the SEC is just like cannibalizing itself right now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's same thing we did in football, right? Just like tear each and basketball, just tear each other apart.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. So I don't know. Again, like I'm hoping we do well, but yeah, your starting quarterback or starting pitcher going out doesn't bode well.
Do you know how many games?
They said at least 2. I haven't really looked it up because my world has been just
that's
like
fine.
going.
They'll just move the rotation.
So can you do that, or is it going to be 2?
Of course.
Or is it going to be 2 games?
Like he could play whatever position they want him to play.
Well, yeah, interesting. Yeah, because they could just say, well, he's now our outfielder.
They'll play tonight. There's one game.
Yes.
They'll play
Friday.
Either Thursday or Friday. There's a second game. He's back in.
He'll just so they'll switch Friday and Saturday. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Again, I need to go look it up, but my world has been going out of control lately. So, yeah, I think it's going to be awesome to see you guys protest, and maybe you guys can go to London afterwards for Christmas.
We may have so much fun protesting, we'll become professional protesters.
Maybe we'll see. Like get paid for it. So. Do you think people actually do get paid to protest? Like,
Absolutely.
Is that a real thing?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I need you to figure out where they sign up to get paid. Then, like that is your task for next week. I need you to figure that out because I think it probably happens. I just don't know, and I think it probably happens for multiple different sides of the coin here, right? I legitimately think that it probably does. So we'll see. Yeah,
I don't know, because it doesn't seem like our side protests a whole lot.
I mean, they do some, but I guess that's. Let me say this. So, like the January 6th thing, people protested. I don't know if you remember that. People definitely protested January 6th. Yeah. But there were a lot of people acting as if they were Clay Blair when they were not Clay Blair. They were much more like Neil Meyer. Well, he's not actually left wing. Like they were much more like crazy, like left wing. That said, there were definitely like some very conservative people that just got caught up in the emotion of it.
Yeah.
And did stupid things. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Sure.
I don't care how many people are there, like inciting, like, hey, let's do this. We should do this. If you did it, if you went inside the Capitol building, you should expect to be shot, in my opinion. Like, if you're storming federal buildings in protest, like, and there's some violence going on around you, you might look around and go, I don't think I'm in the right place. Maybe I should duck back out. I'm going to go back to my car.
May not have made the right decision.
Yeah, I might have been in the wrong place, wrong time. I should probably get the heck out of here before somebody shoots me. I don't know. I mean, that's, again, just like your mom telling you, like, hey, if your friends hold up a gas station when you're in the car with them, you're getting arrested too. Yep. So, like, let's be smart about who we hang around with.
That's what's going to happen to Graham's third grade budding. If Graham's got to go down, he's going down too.
Everybody's going. The whole ring is going down. We're taking the whole ring down. I'm going to figure out who he's planning on giving these things to. It's going to be really funny. It's going to be really, really funny. Lord. You just find out next year, next fall, we're going to find out that some little third grader got sent to ISS because he had some ill-gotten bluff butts. Like, good gosh, it's so funny. I still need to get that kid on some sort of legitimate, legal entrepreneur journey here. So sure. I need anybody who's got any ideas other than the lemonade stand, because it's so hot outside. Like, I don't want to sit out there with them.
She used too much ice.
Yeah, they use too much ice. I have to sweat. Like, that seems like a terrible idea. But I do think it would be fun to watch him and Annabelle do a lemonade stand. They would likely kill each other. Be great. Like, they would argue about absolutely everything. But I might do that. I might just do that. Put that together. Make them a lemonade stand and make them see if they can make some money. Yeah, that's good. I like that. So what else you got? We're gonna let's not freeze. Don't freeze. Don't freeze. Preface that. If you don't have anything, just say you don't have anything. But what else you got?
There's my Wildcats banner over there. For anybody that hasn't seen it.
I wish I could turn your. It's upside. See, that's appropriate. That's exactly what the Tucky poster would have been. It would have been upside down. So nobody can read it. He goes, here it is. And it's upside down. That's just, God, that's great.
Isn't it great?
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Beautiful banner.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful. You're going to have to, why is that not hanging up in your office full time? Since you're such a big fan. That's weird.
I don't know.
That's weird. Maybe you should put that on the wall. I'll come out there and take care of it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea. Anyway, so yeah, what else we got? What else went down in U.S. and world politics, world news this week that I'm completely unaware of?
And I don't know why she did it. Kamala was giving a speech or something, and she started talking about these elephants that were in a zoo, I guess in California. And I thought she was making. I don't know what she was doing, but I thought it was directed at the Republican side anyway. But these elephants are standing. They're hanging out in the zoo, and all of a sudden there's an earthquake, and they all gather around the little baby
I saw
elephant. Wasn't that cool?
That was really cool. And yeah, that was really, really cool. I mean, it's just obviously a defense mechanism to protect the young, right?
Yeah. That was neat.
I thought that was.
I don't know why
realize,
she was talking about it, but
who knows?
enough.
I wonder.
I'm glad she did because I wouldn't have ever seen it.
I wonder. I didn't realize that was California. I mean, it makes sense now with the earthquakes.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that bad boy breaks off and floats away at some point. Like part of it anyway.
California?
Like, yeah. I don't know where the fault line is, but there's a chance.
Good.
I mean, there's a chance it just breaks and goes.
Mm-hmm.
And we just have to start building some longer and longer bridges constantly to get there. And then eventually it's just boat.
No.
Boat and air traffic only.
Right.
I did see something in the news that I thought was absolutely insane because Trump, not every once in a while, Trump on a regular basis says things that make me go, that's stupid. Because people should whoever's in charge should just take his phone away from him always. He should not be allowed to have a cell phone.
Are you talking about him being the Pope picture? Is that what you're talking about?
I know about that one. Nope. I'm talking about him saying that he's going to reopen Alcatraz.
I love it. I mean, I don't know why Alcatraz has been shut down, but
it's so it's been shut down for so long. Do you know how much money it would cost to reopen that thing and retrofit it and put air conditioning in it and all that jazz?
What do they need air conditioning for?
Dude, come on.
It's Northern California.
Okay, to put heat in there, so they don't freeze to death. It isn't. Yeah, it gets kind of cold up there. Yeah, of all the things that we need to be worried about, we need to be worried about reopening Alcatraz. Come on.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it.
I
mean, again, I do. I say do it.
Why? Just for fun?
Why not? Yeah.
Because we have nothing else to waste money on in this world other than reopening Alcatraz. I mean, it would cost money to get it back open, right? We got to start ferrying people to work. Can you imagine? Somebody's we're gonna have to ferry the employees out there, and then somebody's gonna fall off the boat at some point, and they're gonna die, and then we have an HR issue. Let's not. I mean, this is not like Alcatraz the first time where somebody just falls off and dies. It's well, damn, that sucks. They died. We do not live in that world anymore. We don't.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know.
I say let's leave it as a tourist destination.
Okay.
But if we want to just be crazy, let's just talk about putting one on the moon. Let's put a prison on the moon. Why not? If we're going to talk crazy, we can do what was it England that made Australia into a penal colony?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how let's Australia just do that with the moon, started.
Right? Let's just send them up there, just blast them off. Elon can take them up there and just drop them off. It's just crazy talk.
I think you'd have more transportation problems than ferries going to Alcatraz.
Well, but at that point, you're just there's no guards. It's just, again, it's a penal colony.
Good luck,
Godspeed. Yeah, send them the mood. Here's some food and water. Death match. Go. I mean, obviously, you guys send the worst of the worst. You can't just send a guy who didn't pay his taxes. That seems like slight, punishment not meeting the crime there. So, yeah. No, Trump, yeah, I voted for him. I like him. I think he should not speak publicly 50% of the time that he does. He says stuff so what happened? He said he should be Pope, or somebody else said he should be Pope?
Well, I don't know if he said it, but there was an AI picture that he on his
tweeted
Truth Social, whatever it's called,
right?
Whatever his thing is called. It comes out. I was like, oh my gosh.
Are you on Truth Social?
No.
Do you know anybody who's on Truth Social?
I don't.
So I'm going to give it to the man. He has had staying power. I assumed as soon as Elon said he could get back on Twitter, he would drop Truth Social and get back on Twitter.
Yeah, he didn't.
But he's had some staying power. So kudos to him, sticking to his guns. I mean, I don't. Yeah. The only reason that you and I ever know that something happened on Truth Social is because all the media outlets troll
about something.
Yeah, troll it and then throw a fit about it. Because otherwise, we would never know. Because I know no one. Or I mean, maybe I do know people who are on there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do. I just don't.
So of the 6 people or 5 people, 6 including Jamie, who are watching this, please let us know if you're on Truth Social, or if you've ever downloaded Truth Social. I assume that you can still download it. I've never tried. Yeah, I'd love to know that. And if so, are you also on other social media platforms, or once you're on Truth Social, that's it?
You give up everything else?
You have to give up everything else, including Elon Musk's Twitter. It's not called Twitter. X is never. People are not going to call it X. It's Twitter.
I know. I don't.
Yeah, still Twitter.
That's the first time I've ever said it, I think.
Yeah. So let's just call it what it is. I'm not exactly sure why we changed the name of that. But yeah, so I would be interested to find out who is on Truth. And we could post about it on social media, but my guess is if you're on Truth, you're probably not on a whole lot of other social media platforms. So you wouldn't see it anyway. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe we'll be surprised and find out. But yeah, so Trump is Pope. Yeah, I'm sure that set some people's hair on fire.
It's not going to go over well.
Sure, that set some people's hair on fire.
Of course, the Cardinals who are gonna make a new pope. We need to talk about that. We'll talk about that next week. I've got a story about how I learned about how the pope is selected. But anyway, the Cardinals that are picking their new pope, I think starting tomorrow. We're not real pleased with the Trump.
Oh, they didn't
Trump
like
is
it.
The Pope picture.
So are you allowed to nominate yourself for Pope, or is that you're not allowed to do that? I don't think you probably are.
It doesn't look real good if you do that, but I don't know if there's a rule about it.
That's probably one of those read the room. Probably shouldn't, especially if you're not Catholic. Probably shouldn't. I mean, I don't know a ton about Catholicism.
Yeah.
But my guess is most Catholics don't want a non-Catholic to be Pope.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure you have to be.
Yeah.
You have to at least be a cardinal. You have to become a cardinal.
Okay.
But once you're a cardinal, should you or should you not nominate yourself?
So I don't even know the hierarchy of. I wonder how many Catholics know the hierarchy. So there's the Pope, and then we have cardinals. And then we have priests, but there's got to be something in between, right?
Sure. There's probably, I don't know.
Do you think it's robins or sparrows, or
I don't know.
Are we bird names?
I don't think it's bird
names?
related. I don't think it is.
I wonder where cardinal then. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I'll look into that. I'll have Chad teach me all about that for the next time, so I can educate you and the 6 people that listen to us.
Great.
Sweet. Man. This has actually been a lot of fun today. It's a lot of fun today. Just talking smack about everything, it's what we do best.
Yep.
All right, what else you got?
That's it.
All right, man. Then that's the episode, man. I appreciate it. We'll talk to everybody next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time we come around.